Well, hello all, and welcome to this video series that's going to stretch all the way to Valentine's Day, called Galentines Day. And I've seen a lot of video series about romance content around Valentine's Day, but I haven't seen much video content about friendship stories around Galentine's Day, which is the holiday you celebrate with your friends when you do not have a special sun pony. So I thought this, for the rest up till Valentine's Day, we could take this time to talk about some friendship stories. And we're going to talk about some really great friendship stories between guys and gals. But this is not one of them. This is a video about the secret lives of Mormon wives. But we will talk more about the dumpster fire of a friendship story this show is. But right now, what I want to talk about to kick off Galentine's extravaganza, I want to talk about the fits of these women, because any article of clothing, any accessory these women put on their body, they eat, and they eat well. Alright? These women know how to rock an outfit. So I'm calling this video Hissy Fits. The outfits of the Mormon wives. Maybe I should call it Hissy Fits. The secret fits of Mormon wives? Anyway, these are the crazy ass outfits that the moms of Mom Talk wear. So let's get started. So this is the top 11 list. Number 11 is Whitney's iconic makeup headband. I might be cheating, but I'm telling you, if you want to do a very recognizable Halloween costume, which I am going to do, I am going to put on Whitney's makeup headband because it is so iconic. And it really is an accessory that goes with everything. I really love how Whitney will go to kind of these very serious Mom Talk business meetings throughout the show and still have the makeup headband. She's like, damn it, I'm a Taurus, okay? I'm awake and I'm here. What else do you want from me? Okay, number 10 is I'm calling Detective Macy's leather jacket. So, Macy is a woman on the show, and sometimes Macy likes to get together with her best buddy, Michaela, who is, fun fact, a fellow Pisces sun and Leo moon to Macy. Shout outs to Pisces suns, Leo moons, love them. My mom and my brother, that's their placements. So every time Macy goes into her sleuth mode, she'll put on this really hard-ass leather jacket. Kind of makes her look like Olivia Newton-John from Grease, if maybe she teased her hair. Anyway, I just love the way she, like, it's like the great mouse detective, like Basil's, like, throwing on his cape to go catch Ratigan. That's just what Macy does. She throws on her leather cape and she's like, I'm off to catch a toxic cheating man. Okay. Number 9 I put as matching cult jammies. And so there's this episode where, hey, Dimmy throws a Galentine's Day party for all the moms in Mom Talk. What could go wrong? The answer to that question is every damn thing. So, at the end of the Galentine's Day party, they all put on these matching, I call them matching cult jammies, and maybe this joke might be a little dark, but they all kind of look like they're in a cult. I'm like, is Mom Talk a cult? When they're all wearing the matching navy pajamas with their names on them, and I just love how these women cannot take a breath between trash talking each other, and yet they have these very cute embroidered name tags on their matching navy jammies. Like they're the Eves in the X-Files episode Eve. Is Mom Talk an X-Files type clone UFO cult? Who knows? Okay, moving on, we have Brett and Jordan's Chippendale costumes. So, have you ever watched the SNL episode where Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley are competing to be in the Chippendales show, doing their auditions, and of course Chris Farley is very sweaty and chubby and kind of out of shape, and Patrick Swayze just has this beautiful chiseled body, and at the end they kind of shake hands, and there's no condescending nature between them. They're just like, hey man, I understand if I lose because you're amazing. And that is the same energy Brett, who is just like a former lineman for Brigham Young, and his little bitty buddy Jordan, the husband of the hair extension lady, has. That's their energy. They're very much the Yogi Bear and Boo Boo of this universe. Right? I just love the energy they have with those Chippendale costumes. Always makes me think of SNL. Number 7, I put the dueling and absolutely balls bizarre Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez costume warfare between Jesse and Jordan and Zach and Jen. So throughout the 3 seasons of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, poor Jen Affleck is pretty much being gaslit by her family that she is indeed related to Ben Affleck, and by default Jennifer Lopez. And her little sweet 90s kid heart is just thrilled by this news, as anyone would be. Anyway, her super controlling husband Zach, who's a very charming fellow, sarcasm, he kind of rips that away from her as they're going through this very painful separation, like, haha, that's the only thing you had to hold on to, woman. And then her friends drag her for that, even though she was spoon-fed that by people she trusted. Jen's life is so sad. Oh, Jen, please get out of Mom Talk. It's just not good for you, hon. I don't think it is. You seem so unhappy, honey. Anyway, at Demi's Halloween, at Demi's, is it Demi? Someone tell me how to pronounce this girl's name. At her Halloween party, Ben, Zach, and Jen show up at they show up at the Halloween party dressed as Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, and then Jesse and Jordan, her husband, show up also as Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck in his very dumb-looking Dunkin' Donuts bright orange jumpsuit. And it's almost like Jesse is taunting Jen about this very humiliating and frustrating time in her life. And it is just comedy gold as they stand there staring at one another awkwardly in their stupid Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez costumes. Alright, number 6, I put Whitney's cowpoke era. So Whitney, in true Aquarius moon fashion, will scurry off sometimes and just reinvent herself. She'll have a whole new aura, a whole new fit, a whole new vibe, a whole new wardrobe. She very much reminds me of like David Bowie, about how he would be like, Ziggy Stardust, oh no, he's like doing changes, he's very soulful, oh no, he's the thin white dude, he's performing with Mick Jagger, blah blah blah. He was constantly like reinventing himself, and that's what I feel about Whitney Leavitt, or as some people call her, Whitney Leave It. Have I mentioned she's an Aquarius? Anyway, at one point, Whitney comes. She's always scurrying off and doing things, and then coming back to Mom Talk and being like, "Mom Talk, I've returned." She acts just like an anime villain, and I love Whitney. She is my favorite character on this show. She is the Alex Krycek of this universe, and anytime she's on the screen, I am utterly delighted in this little woman. But at every point, she like keeps coming back as like this weird, like, different version of herself. And at one point, she's in her, like, cowpoke era, and she's always wearing, like, this red cowgirl hat that makes her look like Jessie from Toy Story. Not Jessie from Jay-Z Hairstyles. And it's just great. There's this just banana scene where she's on this mechanical bull, and she's in this stupid red hat, and she's just going, yeah! And it's great. I love you, Whitney. If you ever listen to this video, you're a jam. Okay, and we're moving on to 5, and that's Taylor's Broken Wings, or as I like to call it, Taylor's Broken Wings, and learn to fly again, and don't get stuck in doorways. So Taylor Frankie Paul, who I think it's safe to say is the main character of the show. I think that's a safe thing to say. Taylor Frankie Paul goes to this thing called Saints and Sinners, and it's hosted by Jesse's hair company, which is called Jay-Z Hairstyles, and Macy's company, which is called Baby Mama. And everyone has to dress up as a saint, as an angel, or as a sinner, as a red devil. And Taylor, of course, being the protagonist, dresses up as an angel. But she has these giant wings, and she looks like a cross between a Victoria's Secret angel and the god-awful and awkward prosthetic wings on Angel in the movie X3. And it looks beautiful, but it's not practical. And so every time Taylor, like, turns, she, like, smacks someone behind her. And at one point, her and Demi have, like, their big smackdown in the scene. And as she's chasing Demi out the door like a scalded hound, she's shouting after her, and she gets to the doorway, and her wings get stuck in the doorway a little bit. I swear they do. And it's just, I lose it at that scene. It makes me think of the ladies during the antebellum era and their big hoop skirts, and how they were constantly, like, getting stuck in doorways just because they had those big ass hoop skirts. Okay, number 4, I put Jessie in her devil outfit. This is also at the Saint and Sinners, and not really a big commentary. It's just Jessie is so cute in this devil outfit. You guys have no idea. She looks like the devil on, like, the Red Devil candy box. And if you grew up in South Alabama and you were going north to, I think it's north of Clanton, there's, like, this big sign that says, "Go to church or the devil will get you," and there's this little cute-ass red devil. That's what Jessie looks like. Anyway, she looks so cute in this fit, and I just had to talk about it. She is a Gemini Sun woman through and through, and you can tell by this little cheeky outfit, so I had to talk about it. Number 3, I put Layla's Veil era. At one point, they go to New Orleans. This era of the show is so upsetting for me. I think I just mentally blocked it out. But I do remember Layla wearing, like, black veils. And I'm like, wow, are we all going to Mom Talk's funeral? Because I think Mom Talk is ending here. Anyway, Layla in that veil, she just killed it. It was great. Number 2 is Michaela's capes. So this, I think it's in season 3. It's at the end of season 2. It's at the Christmas party. There's some wild looks there, but Michaela is wearing these, like, fur capes, and it gives her this very, like, lost Princess Anastasia, like, lost Princess of Russia air. And she reminds me of those Barbie dolls, and they were, like, these holiday collector dolls, and they always had, like, these sick-ass fur, like, wraps and muffs, and that, or she might be a character from Little House on the Prairie, I'm not sure. Anyway, I love Michaela in her cape era. Also, when I was a kid growing up in the 90s, my mom forced me to wear these like sick-ass little fur capes to Christmas pageants and so forth, and it was just sheer vibes. Okay, so we're going to do some honorable mentions. We have Demi and Brett's cereal costume. If you don't know the context for this, I'll let you look it up. I'm not going to put in this video because it's super extra. We'll say that, okay? And anyway, I love the way this is. The girls like try to pin this on Demi as a very humiliating reveal, and Demi and Brett just lean into it, and they're like, "Oh, you know what? We'll just dress as damn Fruit Loops and a damn jacked milkman at our Halloween party. So screw you." And that's Demi, love her or hate her. I mean, that self-confidence is something to be admired. She is truly a Leo Sun woman. I don't know what else to say. I put Whitney's blueberry pancake pajamas. She wears them during one of their weird-ass girl trips where they're supposed to bond and become a wonderful group that empowers women, and they never do it, okay? Anyway, I would love to put this group of women in the Overlook Hotel in The Shining against the demons and just let them fight it out, like in Dr. Sleep. Rose is like, you can have them. We're good. So that if you watch Dr. Sleep, you'll get that reference. Anyway, those blueberry pancake pajamas, that is something else. I put Zach's stupid haircut. So in season 1, Zach is this controlling and like just douchebag. I'm sorry, he's just a douchebag. And then he cuts his hair like we're just gonna forget about that controlling behavior he had towards Jen. And I'm like, just that stupid haircut. He reminds me of when Krychek came back in season 6 of the X-Files, and he just had like this Jesus hair, and I was just like, Jesus Krychek, Jesus Zach. All right, and now we're gonna have our number 1 pick, or our number 1 fit. Are y'all ready? Drum roll, please. Let's go. And the number 1 hissy fit from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, season 1 through 3, is a two-way tie between Jen's maternity dress sleeves and Miranda's claws on her Mr. Krabs costume. I'm kind of cheating, but these both deserve the top place. I call Jen's sleeves her Elizabeth I look because Elizabeth I had that giant-ass frill, and every time she turned, she would, like, take out pages or some shit, and Jen, like, has that vibes. We're like, Mrs. Affleck, and she turns and just, like, takes out 7 reporters with her giant sleeves, which are voluminous and beautiful. I love you, Jen. Those sleeves are amazing, girl. Also, I love how she looks like, at the same time, a British monarch and a character from Little House on the Prairie. Okay, Miranda's claws are incredible. I love Miranda. She's my favorite character on the show. Miranda, you're amazing if you're listening to this. So at the Halloween party, Miranda dresses up as Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob SquarePants. I just want to say she is a great woman of taste. Okay. Miranda is an Aries sun and a she has an Aries sun and a Virgo moon, and that cardinal and mutable energy is so refreshing on this show, where there's so much just Gemini and Scorpio. And anyway, Miranda's like a straight shooter, but she dresses up as Mr. Krabs for the Halloween party, and she commits so hard to her costume. Like, even when she is comforting her shitty ex-husband's girlfriend, like, that is just such a Miranda thing. Like, Miranda is so cool. She's like, come here, baby, I know he's a jerk, I understand. She still commits to those claws, and she's just giving hugs right and left with those big meaty claws. And I always think of that guy on SpongeBob who was just saying, meaty claws, meaty claws. So guys, that is my Galentine's Day Hissy Fits video. If you have any like fits from the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives you would like to add to this list, please let me know in the comments, and please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you for more Galentine's Day content. We love you!